It is an honor and privilege to introduce my daughter, Carli, as an inductee into the National Soccer Hall of Fame.
I knew I didn't need to stand up here and talk about how much I loved the game or how hard I worked. What I wanted to share wasn't from a perspective of a competitor, but as a person, a human being. And what I kept coming back to again and again was one simple question: was it all worth it?
Carli Lloyd putting on a show!
Carli Lloyd is not gonna miss from that distance.
Was it worth having my life be consumed by the game? Was it worth putting off starting a family?
The U.S. women's national soccer team bids farewell to one of the greatest players this sport has ever witnessed. 39-year-old Carli Lloyd.
After a 17-year career with the U.S. women's national team, four-time Olympian and two-time World Cup winner Carli Lloyd retired. A year later, at age 40, she and her husband Brian set their sights on a new goal: motherhood.
We never really had any conversations about having children. When I was playing, I was so selfish and so focused on what I wanted to accomplish. I just thought I would end my career and get pregnant right away. And, you know, my body has never failed me up to this point. I'm healthy. Yes, I'm a little bit older, but I didn't have one negative thought that there would ever be an issue.
After nearly a year of trying unsuccessfully to get pregnant, Carli and Brian decided to visit a fertility clinic.
I mean, I'll be completely honest. I was embarrassed that my body was failing me and like this shouldn't be happening. Why is this happening?
Infertility struggles are quite common. We expect to see approximately 15% of the general population experiencing a delay in achieving a successful pregnancy. She was 40 years of age, so I did suggest that we move to our most effective treatment, which is in vitro fertilization.
In vitro fertilization, or IVF, is a 6 to 8 week costly process where doctors aid in the retrieval and fertilization of a woman's eggs to create viable embryos. Carli took multiple injections to regulate her hormones and stimulate egg production.
There's a lot of bloating that goes on. There's a lot of changes in your body.
It was very hard in the beginning. It's weird sticking a needle in. My mindset was, to make sure every day we were positive, and whatever happens, we'll go from there.
Carli produced 20 eggs. On average, 80% of retrieved eggs can be fertilized, but just 30 to 50% of those become embryos. In October of 2023, Carli had one of her 2 viable embryos transferred to her uterus.
The transfer is pretty easy and quick, and then the waiting game begins. You have to wait about 9 days to get blood work to see if you're pregnant or not. It didn't work. I felt like I was paralyzed. Regret entered my mind numerous times. I just thought, was I too selfish? Did I play for too long? Should I have had kids while I was playing? All these different things entered my mind, and it was just, yeah, it was a gut punch for sure. My lowest for sure.
Carli and Brian began a second round of IVF, but none of her retrieved eggs became viable embryos.
I was trying to put a smile on my face, but I just feel like I couldn't think about anything other than that.
In December 2023, more than a year into their pregnancy journey, Carli and Brian decided to begin a third round of IVF. After achieving 2 more viable embryos, Carli moved forward with another transfer.
I actually felt like I was feeling the embryo implant. There was cramping that was going on that I didn't feel in the last transfer. We got the blood work done. The next morning, I wake up and I get a notification about the results. I was pregnant. We hugged, we sat there, and we just felt at peace for 1 second of this whole entire journey. Each week, we got a little bit more comfortable with the idea that this baby was gonna be our baby. I was 39 weeks pregnant. On October 18th, 2024, we welcomed Harper Ann Hollins. I never knew how much I wanted to be a mom until I had her.
I was super proud of Carli. I don't know how she was able to go through what she did.
What? You like sitting up? I'm just trying to cherish and savor every moment, and I don't think that I necessarily did that with my career.
We are so blessed to have Harper. She is my greatest accomplishment. I always knew I wanted a child, but I had no idea how this little baby could completely change me as a person. Being her mom is my greatest joy.
I thought my career was the greatest thing in my life. To have had that journey, to have represented my country, to have played in World Cups and played in Olympics. There's nothing better than creating another human being. She's our little miracle for sure.